Ready to rock and roll? Righto guys, Clec 24, Cards of Clecs. I'm here with Pete. Good to meet you, mate.
Welcome.
Yeah, good to see you. Is this your first Clecs you've come to?
No, it's actually the second. I came to the first one in 22.
Yeah.
Missed last year because I had to work for the day, but I'm back. Yeah, bought the 55.
Yeah, nice. So this 55, what year model is it?
It's a 1977.
Yeah.
55, the barn door. It's got the 2F, 4.2 litre straight six. So yeah.
How long have you owned it for?
I've had it for 4.5 years now.
Yeah. What sort of condition was it in when you got it?
Well, it was really straight. Had all the typical rust, you know, in the roof and in the doors and the pillars.
Yeah.
So yeah, spent a bit of time.
Because they call them they call these deck cargo, don't they?
Well, yeah, that and the Iron Pig and plenty of other names as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure someone out there might know more, but I've heard that they came on the top deck of the ship because it's probably just what they say, because they just came out with rust from factory. So was it? How bad was it on the scale?
Well, it wasn't too bad. Out of 10, I'd probably say maybe 3.
Yeah.
But it's a constant battle. You know, there's always like a little bit more rust coming up or a bit of blistering or bubbling. So
it's part of the parcel, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, righto.
It is.
Let's go have a look at this engine bay. It looks pretty original. So the 2F, everything looks pretty well in its place. What do you got to talk about in here?
Well, it's certainly very stock. When I bought it, it didn't have power steering and air conditioning. And you know, when you get to my age, you deserve to have those things in the car.
So
and,
when you're 25, you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.
That. You've heard it here first.
And I'm a bit of a traditionalist, so I wanted to keep everything original. So it's all factory power, air conditioning, and yeah, it's got a disc brake front end as well.
Yeah, and that's 40 series disc brake, or did you use a 60 series?
No, it's actually a 55. It's out of a 55.
Right.
Yeah, so they did come out with disc brakes as an optional extra.
Yeah, that's pretty sharp.
So yeah, just fortunate to find a guy that had it.
Yeah.
And we pulled it out of another 55 and popped it in here.
Yeah. Do you do much driving in this, or is it a bit of a shed princess?
No, it does spend a bit of time in the shed, but I try to get it out at least every couple of days.
Yeah, nice one. Do you get any decent economy out of the 2F, or is it?
Look, it sits around between 14 and 16, which I think's, you know, it's pretty good, and reading up 16's pretty standard. So
is it a 4-speed?
It is a 4-speed.
Yeah, righto.
So I had to pretty much take a small bank loan out before I left Coffs Harbour.
Yes.
So yeah, driven up from Coffs yesterday.
Yeah.
Overnight last night, and then we'll head back tomorrow.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Righto. Let's go have a look at the interior of this old jigger.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Righto. On the interior of this 55, let's have a chat. What sort of condition was the interior in when you got it?
Pretty much how it is as you see it now. Everything is original as when I bought it. The seats, the dash, glove box had to be replaced, the front of that, and I've covered the dashboard because they normally just fall apart.
They do.
And the headlining was all redone. But yeah, there's not.
So which aircon unit
are
you running?
So it's just a Toyota 55 series aircon system.
Right. But your specific car didn't have aircon, but you grabbed one.
No, they did. Yeah, it was another optional extra.
Right.
So this all came out of another 55. The condenser, evaporator, the compressor was out of a 55 as well.
So you run the aircon?
I do.
Yeah.
Hasn't long been finished.
Yeah.
So this was the first run that I've done from Coffs up to the show here.
So you did drive it all the way up, yes.
I drove it all the way up with the aircon on.
See, a lot of people like, sure, you got to do what you got to do, but a lot of them are trailered here. So this is the real deal, this 55. So it's good to see. You might even be the only 55 that might have driven here, maybe, potentially.
Yeah, could be right.
Could be wrong, could be right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but no, the aircon's a beauty, mate. It's nice and cold. And
did you have the interior trimmed?
No, this is all original.
Fair dinkum.
Yeah, don't look too close. Under the seat here, there's a big hole.
Yeah.
That's why I've got the towel on there.
Yeah, nice.
Also for a bit of extra height, because I'm only a little bloke. But yeah, the seats are all original. They're probably faded a little. And all the floor mats are original.
Even the door cards, mate, they look immaculate.
Yep.
Like considering it's however old it is, you know, 50 years.
It was really, it was a really straight 55. Okay, it had rust, but everything else, you know, had good bones. And all the floor was in perfect order. Yeah, no rust whatsoever in any of the floor.
Yeah, nice.
So,
you got any so you've done the aircon. Is there any other sort of plans on the horizon? You've got the power steer and the aircon. Anything else? Maybe a 5-speed?
No. Look, I'd like to keep it traditional 4-speed. A 5-speed would be great, but I just keep it original.
Yeah, nice.
I think I've ticked all those boxes. You know, I just wanted the rear heater, which is under the seat there, power steering, air conditioning, and disc brakes.
Right, and how many Ks? Is it a 6-digit, so it only goes...
No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digit, right. So I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so who knows how many Ks
who knows?
It's done. Yeah. Do you know much of the history on this car before you owned it?
Not really. I did go through some early sales pictures of 55s, and I saw it for sale in Sydney, so I've got a feeling it came from sort of Western Sydney, possibly Bathurst sort of area. But no, I've got to say I don't know the true history of it.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's jump out and have a look at the rear end of this vehicle.
Yeah, it's good, mate.
Yeah, cool. At the back of the 55, it's all been painted. How did you go about the badges? Was it pretty complete, or did you have to go?
Yeah, no, they're all the original badges.
Nice.
So they came off, painted, back on again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like looking at the rear end of a pig.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, through my eyes, I reckon it looks pretty good.
Yeah, nice one. Seen a few rear ends on pigs and we're happy. Yeah, right. So bumper, everything's all original. Yeah.
All original.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nice one.
And it was all straight and it was all in nice condition.
Yeah.
So yeah, just basically had it all repainted and it is what you see it.
Yeah, nice one. How did you go about rubbers? Were they pretty easy to grab?
Yeah, there's a company in South Australia that do all the rubbers.
Right.
I've got to say they're not brilliant. They could be a little bit tighter,
right.
But they work, they look good, and you know, they're a progressive company that are always looking for feedback and happy to change the product if they need to.
So any findings from you doing this project? You've owned it for a few years now. If you had to go back in time, would have done anything differently?
Probably would have done a lot more of the bodywork myself.
Right.
Because I had the time, and a lot of the early mechanical stuff I got other people to do, but look, I'm not a mechanic, but I've enjoyed learning. So I guess, I would have tackled a bit more of the mechanical stuff.
Yeah, no, good vehicles to learn on though, really.
Oh, very simple.
Yeah.
I grew up on early Holdens and
nice.
So easy to work on.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Any advice for anyone looking to get a 55? Like, what would you tell them? Would you try and, I know they're hard to find originally, but what would you say to look out for anyone looking to buy a 55?
Oh, I guess, you got to say the rust is the big thing. Everything else is generally fixable, including the rust, but that's an expense, especially if you can't do it yourself.
Yeah. So you say the money you spend up front, you're going to save in the long run. It's sort of like the same with most cars, but 55s especially, anyone will know they're nearly impossible to find one that's not falling apart. So
that's right. There's not many around.
Yeah.
They've all rusted and gone back into the ground, I think.
If you've got a paddock of good ones, yell out because there'll be people chasing them, all right?
Yeah. Well, funny enough, I was chatting to a gentleman just behind me. I only just met him today. He's from Brisbane and he has a 55. He's had it, I think he said since brand new, and it's been registered, but he doesn't drive it, and it's in his shed, and he's asking me what I think it's worth, and I don't have an answer for that.
How long's a piece of string, really?
So they are out there, and I think he's I've got to get his name and address.
Yeah. That's what Collects is all about, though, isn't it? It's about bringing like-minded people come together, and you just make connections, and then everything just works out, doesn't it?
Oh, that's what makes it such a great day here.
Yeah.
I probably won't have a voice at the end of the day. Yeah. Just been chatting to everyone, and we talk shop. Yeah,
100%.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for showing me this, mate. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Thanks, Gabe.
Cheers, mate.
Have a good day, mate.